Brooklyn, 2015. The ever-brilliant Saoirse Ronan stars in John Crowley's 1950s set tale of an Irish immigrant torn between her new life in the titular New York suburb and her home on the Emerald Isle. The plot ends up creating a dual romantic narrative with two genuine possible endings, both of which are in equal measure happy and sad. Faults, 2014. Riley Stearns' debut feature Faults is a dark, psychological drama that will keep you hooked from beginning to end. It's a film perfectly cast, with the Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Leyland Orser taking lead roles. They fully immerse themselves into a mysterious world of cults and deprogramming. It will keep you guessing to the very end and will stay with you long after the final credits have rolled across the screen. If Beale Street Could Talk, 2018. Barry Jenkins received deserved plaudits for Moonlight, but his follow-up is every bit as good. It examines a childhood friendship that blossomed into romance in later years before institutionalised racism create problems for the main pair. Understated, beautifully crafted, and sadly relevant in today's social climate. Looking for Eric, 2009. One of Ken Loach's most light-hearted films, and certainly less political than his recent output, is this tale of a down-on-his-luck postman who starts to get life lessons from an imaginary friend in the guise of his Manchester United idol Eric Cantona. It manages to maintain Loach's working-class aesthetic, but also raises a fair share of smiles with a generally upbeat tone. MAXIMA CULPA, Silence in the House of God, 2012. Alex Gibney's documentary examines the well-documented scandal of sexual abuse within the Catholic Church, but does so with a fresh approach, arguing that such an institution needs to be reclaimed by those members of the Church that are not in power but that abhor the vile actions of those in charge. Not an easy watch, but an important one. Searching for Sugarman, 2012. In this social media-obsessed world of instant celebrity and people being famous just for being famous, Malik Benjelou's documentary of supremely talented singer-songwriter Rodriguez is a poignant tale of an individual who neither got nor craved the recognition and platform that he deserved. It's best to go in blind, and the full effect of a simple window opening will have the impact, but even if you do know the twist, this is a rewarding documentary with a superb soundtrack. TIGERLAND, 2000. Despite positive reviews, Joel Schumacher's TIGERLAND was a real blink and you'll miss it affair on its release, which is a real shame. A Vietnam film that actually takes place entirely in a training camp, the TIGERLAND of the title, pre the soldiers being sent off to war, it has a grainy aesthetic and a superb lead performance from Colin Farrell, before he would team up with Schumacher again on the far more successful Phone Booth. A unique and original film. The Borderlands, 2013. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better found-footage horror film than Elliot Goldner's brilliantly effective British tale of two Vatican-appointed priests sent to a clerical outpost in England to look into a supposed miracle. The usual issues of the subgenre are smartly dealt with the priests having to film everything for the purposes of the investigation, while the themes examine the way in which elements of Christianity are built on paganism and still exist to this day. And the finale, a nigh-on literal descent into hell, just might be one of the most frightening climaxes imaginable. Under the Skin, 2013. A critically acclaimed science fiction masterpiece, Jonathan Glazer's surreal story tells of an alien in the human guise of Scarlett Johansson who seduces men in the desolate Scottish landscape. It's an understated, ambiguous, bizarre and multi-layered film that will have you pondering on its meanings for days afterwards. What We Do in the Shadows, 2014. Before he was making films for Marvel and winning an Oscar for a comedy featuring Hitler, Taika Waititi was making this superb mockumentary about a group of vampires living under one roof. It's filled with terrific jokes, but also smartly examines many aspects of vampires in literature and on screen, from Nosferatu right through to Twilight.